And land remains one of the few investments that grows even while you are asleep, my dear listener. That is why you have to be very much intentional. And because building generational wealth should be practical, Hopevine offers a very flexible payment plan of up to 1 year, my dear listener, allowing you to invest with confidence and without financial strain. And that is exactly why we are doing this every other Monday. And walking with you every step on this beautiful journey all the way is Marion from Hopevine, a trusted and dependable real estate professional who understands that property ownership is not just a transactional activity, but a long-term legacy decision. And with transparent process, honest counsel, and proven reliability, my dear listener, Marion ensures your investment journey is secure and stress-free. That is exactly why you need to trust Hopevine this morning. Remember, generational wealth is built when today's decisions are made with tomorrow in the mind. That is exactly why I'm inviting you to join with us this morning. And if you have a question, Marion is just a call away. All right? If you are interested in any of these projects that we're going to be talking about today, Marion is still a call away. If you don't know how to go about it, you want to upload in Sukimau, but you are still confused, Marion is still a call away. She is your partner in this beautiful journey for you to become a land investor and above all, a land owner. Marion, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, BRAMWEL. How are you doing?
Very fine. Uko salam.
I'm blessed and highly favored. It's so good really to see you.
All right. This
Monday morning.
Yes.
And to also hear you talk to the listeners in a very passionate way.
Thank you.
Actually, on behalf of every Radio HUINI listener,
yeah,
allow me to give you your flowers.
Asante.
For being a great blessing to many every morning.
Thank you.
So may God bless you abundantly.
Amen.
And also to our social media person, Charles, here.
Yes.
Those who want to listen to Radio HUINI also online, you can go to the website and they are online. 10 your friends in America, Europe, or wherever. Ya kwamba wamefikiwa.
Exactly.
Wamefikiwa. So Charles is here with us. So we also honor him and we also honor our MD.
Exactly.
Father Gerard, for giving us this chance. We don't take it for granted. Yes, our dear Lady HUINI listeners, yes, I'm here, as Bram has said, to give you a chance to walk with us a successful real estate investment journey. We are walking together. And I'll start with 2 verses because, you know, land is what you are blessed with. Go. God said, go and possess land. And I'll start with what? Proverbs 13:22. Hii, kama wewe ni mzazi, toa wax kwa masikio, because inasema, I like NIV version because NIV version is gender sensitive. Not that the Bible is not gender sensitive, but people right now are a bit, you know, from. So NIV says, a good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children. This discussion we've had it since last year tukiwa na BRAMWEL. Na I love when BRAMWEL anashinanga akiinsist, wakati unaondoka ni jina gani utawacha kwa maisha ya watoto wako na watoto wako. What legacy are you going to leave behind? And the word of God in Proverbs 13:22 is telling you, a good person or a good man or woman leaves an inheritance for their children's children. Again, also God tells us in the book of Isaiah chapter 65 verse 21, hey, you know what he's telling us? Build houses. You cannot build houses in air. So he's telling you build houses. Dwell in them. So tunaacha. Kwa hivyo ukufi mapema. And those who have gone, may they rest in peace. Plant vineyards and eat their fruit. Kwa hivyo hata tunakomandwa tununue hata ranches. That's where Malindi comes in, Matu comes in, Kitengela, Kajedo, that's where ranches are. That's where you can plant vineyards and eat their fruit. Our dear listener, are you ready to take up this word and run with it? The way God told us in the book of Habakkuk, take this, write your vision down and run with it like a herald. It's going to take to tally, but it's going to come to fruition. So let's make this word come to completion by taking a step of faith. One, When you look at your children, just know that you are leaving an inheritance not just for them, but your children's children. So now if you keep on procrastinating, if you now look at what did not happen last year, then you are dwelling on the former things. And BRAMWEL last year alituambia, forget the former things. Wacha could dwell on what did not happen last year or what did not happen 10 years ago. The most important thing, because I remember Bram asked, what can we tell that person who is feeling like maybe time is lost? Yes. God restores time, and he needs you to take a part by taking a step of faith. By saying, this is where I am. What can I do with what I have? And you know, the good thing about we are Christians, and I really thank God for these kind of platforms where we are advising each other as children of God. These things are not new. He did that even in the old days. In like time of Moses, he asked Moses, what do you have in your hands? So now Moses is not here right now, but you, our dear listener, and I and Bram, and maybe even Charles here, we have something in our hands. You have a salary, you have a business, and maybe you have another piece of land that you can relinquish. By relinquishing, you mean you can sell it, and it gives you a bigger piece of land where you can buy maybe a whole ranch, 10 acres, 20 acres. Maybe you have a chama. That's what you have in your hands. Sasa si ile kiboko ya Moses. Kiboko ya Moses sasa ni nini? Ni hiyo chama, ni hiyo sako, ni hiyo payslip that we can go to maybe a bank, like a bank that I'm working with, and we say, I'm earning this amount of money, and I can get a house. And you can get maybe a whole 10 acres, subdivide and sell. Or you can get a plot maybe in Syokimau, or Kikuyu, or Matu, you start there, or Malindi. And ukikaa tu kidogo uyuze, you are growing progressively. So the time is not yesterday, the time is now. Start that journey now, and maybe in a brief, let me give you our number, 0713-777708. That is the number that I usually give the many listeners. You can walk with you, talk with you, but you can also go to our website. You can do a WhatsApp chat through that number, and there you also got the office number there when you go to the website to give you all our things, because each and every individual have different needs, have different capacity, they're coming from different backgrounds, so we handle them and we handle you differently. All right? So we are here to give you an opportunity to start that journey. And because Brahman anisikiza vizuri, so let me just launch in. Amenyamaza vizuri sana. Let me launch in and tell you, the properties we offer are not limited to what we are going to mention right now. They are not limited to, because I really thank God we've had a very good weekend with our Radio Omili listeners. We've met one-on-one. Some of them even went to the sites. There's a property we've never mentioned here, but when we talked to that customer and she saw our advert now through our social media, we went to Kamulu. And there, you're like, hey, I want this. A very good price. The area is going for 2 million. But because of calling and following up also on the adverts, maybe on status and all that, she saw now something she likes. And she came with her hubby, she came with her sister. So we're not only settling her, we're also settling her sister, and she's also referring her friends to us who are also interested in places like Kikuyu. So that's what we're saying. The properties we mentioned, because of time, it's only like 30 minutes or so. Yeah. It's not limited to what we mentioned. It's you have a conversation, you and us, we have a conversation, and we curate a product that can fit your need and your budget and the time period that is you are comfortable with. So now, for example, if you want to buy and build immediately, and unapenda Mombasa Road, let's start with Syokimau hapa. For only 2.4 million, and you can pay that in 6 months. Syokimau, 50 by 100, and I'm insisting that our projects, unlike the other people who are giving at 40 by 8, and they're okay because that's what their customers want, us, it's 50 by 100. 2.4 million. Each plot has its own title. It's a block that has 24 plots, so ni kadogo. Kwa hivyo, when you first come, first serve, let me say that, or when you're kuishi hapo, just give us a call. Let's settle. If you want to settle your parents, there's a lady, she works in Mombasa, but she was referred to me, and she wants to settle her mother there. She's already started the process. So, and she has brought other cousins who are out of the country. So, give and take now, maybe a third is already gone. So, just call us 0713-777708 if you have intentions of settling in Syokimau. Just 11 kilometers to, I think, the CBD, give and take, but it's very close to the Mombasa Road. Very close to the Mombasa Road. All amenities are available. It's a gated community that is controlled. Total control is there. And another place that is along Mombasa Road, we're talking about now, Kitengela is more of Kajiado, but there is only one piece of land remaining, Kule, I'll call it Katani. Katani, from 1.5, give and take, and another side of Katani going for 3 million. Those who live those sides, you understand, that the far you are from the road, the higher the price. So that is Mombasa Road area. Of course, Bram has already mentioned Kitengela. Kitengela, we have varieties, starting from as low as, depending with your budget and depending with the distance from the road, from as low as 850 Acacia area to even as high as 2 point something million, 3 million Milimani. Those who know Milimani, it's really high end, to 1.2 million KAG, but very close to the road, only 2.5. However, call us. Just call us, because Kitengela is huge. But as Bram has said, yes, Kitengela, we have land, but now it depends with your need and your budget. Now, watu wa Kikuyu hapo ndio mmejaa wengi, mkona great interest. I pray that this week, as most of you have promised, you'll make that deposit. There are only few plots. Already, half of it is already booked financially. So most of you promised to do a reservation this week. So Kikuyu is going for 1.4. And we're giving you here, it's a very good offer. 1.4, it's inclusive of title transfer. For the Kikuyu project, kindly let's not confuse, for the Kikuyu project, the 1.4 is inclusive of title transfer. So hakuna pesa ingine utaongezea, right? A very good place because the terrain is good. There's water, there's electricity. It's cosmopolitan. The price, again, is highly discounted, just like Syokimau. Kikuyu, the market area there is going approximately for 2 million. But as we said, the way we get our products, we're able to transfer that benefit to our customers. So you're buying right now, and by the end of the year, you can even decide to sell it because the price is really, really good. So take advantage of it. And if you choose to pay it in 1 year, it's 1.5. Again, it's inclusive of title transfer. However, let's maintain the installments plan. So it also benefits the company also because the cash flows. Okay, kuna watu ambao they want to start small. Why don't you go to Matu? Very good place. Only from Matu level 4 hospital, I only took a drive of approximately 5 minutes drive to the Shamba. The land is only 100 meters from the tarmac. It has power. Kwa shamba yenyewe ni kudrop tu kwa nyumba. And imagine from Matu to Nairobi, like for example to where we are right now, Thika Road, it's approximately 1 hour. So to the CBD, maybe 1 hour, 30 minutes, kama hakuna traffic. So you can live in Matu and still do your businesses or even go to the CBD. So for only 350 cash price and 400,000 installments of up to 6 months, you have a piece of land in Matu, or your children, or you can settle your children. There's a lady who is in Germany, and she decided her son, who is 21 years, is going to take 5 plots. And for sure, he has taken, because there's so much money out there. Alimchukulia kasema, my son has to take, he just finished his degree and went to hustle. And he's taken a whole, that is more than half an acre. They want to set up a school there later. You see, ameshaona mbali, because as the place is growing, there are some amenities that will be required. Private schools, maybe social amenities, like maybe some nice resorts. So if you're thinking forward, think of places that are developing like Matu and Kikuyu. If you want to settle, maybe invest in a school. Even Malindi, long term, it will require schools. Get a whole 1 acre. So now, you're done with Matu. Now, if you feel you want a place that is very affordable, but all your children should benefit, or yourself, you want to start that process, pole, then twende Malindi. Where in Malindi? It's near Wero Technical College. And the land haiko huko ndani. Kuna watu wamekuwa misguided, but hapana. Tuko near Wero Technical College, only 200 meters from the tarmac already existing. From Malindi to the Shamba is approximately 45 minutes drive. It's not near the beach as people imagine. No, for 150 you cannot get a property near the beach. But it's a place that is really, really growing. It's growing. Most companies are there. Even the Baulala there's a place called Baulala, the Galanakulalu project, the solar panel called Goblek. They are near that area. So if you see a place where even international organization and the government is, hapo ni mahali ambapo wameshaona future. So hata wewe chukua hiyo opportunity. Because I'm sure even Upper Hill, people thought ni funny places then.
Exactly.
But look at it right now. Those who invested there a while ago, and out now an acre kama utapata kama iko ni how much a building inaenda how much size.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Westlands,
I got a chance to represent some Asians who are selling their family land last year in Westlands, a whole half an acre. Do you know how much they were selling? $500 million.
Look at that.
$500 million. And maybe their parents, when they were coming to Kenya, those years, they were given almost for free. It could have been maybe that time, maybe getting 20,000 was not easy, but they sacrificed. And here now we are giving you a chance to do the same thing for your children's children by doing affordably either in Malindi. Very flat land, never been farmed, so if you decide to do even drip irrigation, you can do it for only 150,000 if you pay in 3 months. However, this property has a chance of paying up in 6 months or 1 year. Take this opportunity, not only for yourself, look at your children, even if they are in their 20s. Take a chance, gift them. That one plot will open doors for them. That one plot will change their mindset. And we're not telling you to start far. Start with as fast making that call. Then we send you the requirements. Then you start with maybe even as low as 10,000, 20. The month end inakuja January. I like what Bram has said. Let's start early. And I've realized the moment you start your year early with some plans, they may be painful to start with. But when it comes to the end, you realize, I made it through. I made it through. No, you start singing like our dear sister Dr. Sarah, like, I don't know how I made it, because that 10K, 20K has come through. In 1 year, you have a whole half an acre, 2 acres, and eventually you're farming, or you've put goats, or you've give and take, you have even maybe set up a hospital. By the way, yes, because such institutions are required there, and it's far away. Like, for example, KU Referral Hospital. Initially, it was just Kiland. There was no barabara there, Kitambo. I'm sure 209. Membly, I was being told, oh my God, I should tell you this. I was talking to someone, and he has a church, apo karibu na Farmer's Choice. Akanambia, do you know this school? There's a school that is there, private school. The owner of this land, guess how much he bought me? I guess 2 million. Akanambia, no. So, 5 million. No. He bought this land 70,000 in 209. 70,000. Makome smile.
Look at that.
209.
Yeah.
Right now, the same land is 8 million.
Wow.
Pause to you, our dear listener, to Bram, to I, and Charles here. 70,000 in a nick of time inaweza isha. Na even it's almost the same thing with Malindi now.
Exactly.
Now, that man, he was smart. He bought a whole 8 of them.
Wow.
For only 560,000. Sasa nakula life na kijiko.
Yeah.
And 2 of them, he's smart. Ameka shule. So there is daily or monthly cash flows.
Yeah.
Our dear listener, it's not cliche or far-fetched. It's real. The land along the northern bypass was very affordable before the road passed.
Yeah.
Wakati barabara ilianguka hivi, that was I think in 2013, if I'm not wrong. Around there. It's when now the land short. Right now there are banks there. And that's how you can tell you, people can stay months without going to Nairobi, because now everything is coming to where we are. So could it be that it will be your eye opener? Because that man, when he was investing with pain. Now he's enjoying. His children are enjoying. Yeah. All right? There's an old woman now opposite. She was, that land she was given free by somebody who saw her. A good Samaritan. I think alimhurumia. I think she must have been living very bad life then. Akam gift. Oh, like those 50,000 hivyo akam gift na hiyo shamba. Right now that woman is selling that land. Hajui hata value. I may approach the church to buy at 3.5 million.
Wow.
Because alipewa kama gift. So I don't know, it's making sense. it means opportunity. She knows of course, but she's like, hii shamba nilipewa, wacha tu niteni 3.5 million, mchukue hii shamba. And it's a place you can easily buy. You can easily build apartments. 1 bedroom for those who like storing money in that way. But I advise young people, it's good to first accumulate your money. But that's my thinking.
And I agree with you.
Yeah, because that's really circulate your money.
You know why that is important? Because every shilling that sits idle is not neutral.
It is not.
It is an opportunity cost.
It's true. Anyone who is, it is. Actually, it is. Yeah. Because, and that's why I say, if you want to, there's somebody I advised, you want to build houses for renters, why don't you go to Kikuyu, build houses and we sell? Yeah. That way you're circulating money. Other than storing money, for those who are storing money who are above 50, that's okay. And even you can still be in your 50s and still feel like you can circulate money to start with. Buy land, build houses, sell. Buy land, for like 1 year. 1 year, 2 years, is sell. Itakupatia return on investment in 1 year or 2, na plus profit. Vis-a-vis some apartments, before you put a return on investment, it takes, if the place is high end, if you're lucky, it's 8. But in most cases, it's 10 to 12, even some of them 16, because some of the houses sometimes go empty. Yeah. And now with the affordable housing, those who are building houses for rent, for those who are building resident houses, you're okay. But those who are building houses for rent, it might be that the affordable housing, if that project goes as it goes, it may affect the rental income. So let's think through, and that's why I said, callers, let's work out together a plan that will be a blessing to you and your children. Phone number is 0713 777708. I repeat, 0713 777708. I know tushapeleka watoto shule. Sasa wacha tufikirie vile tutaanza kuwainvestia. That when yameingia grade 10, in the next 4 years, wakimaliza, unawa gift a gift.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that is exactly what they need to be thinking. You see, Marion kuna mahali umeniacha. All right?
Yes.
Pale pa 70,000.
Imagine.
Right now we're talking about 8 million.
Yes, 8 million.
You see, there is something I read over the weekend that surprised me. All right? A study that was carried out by one of the famous investors, and he said that when you pull all the wealth, the wealth that has been created by people in the world, no weke pamoja, and then you drop it, all right? You drop it, yanguke. What will happen? It will go to the same people who created it.
That is true. In fact, to send that a wealth, 1 million.
Yes.
Ukipea to somebody mwenye hajakuwa train na change mindset.
Yes.
Somehow, in a very short time, itarudia.
It will go back to the very person who created.
Hao ni watu ambao kwa real estate.
Exactly.
Ambao wanalipa rent kwao. Food industry.
Yeah.
Farmers. Wenye wali create 1 million. Itarudi kwao. That's the truth, our dear listener.
And that is why...
Painful one.
Yes, painful one. That is why I told you, my dear listener, that generational wealth is built when today's decisions are made with tomorrow in the mind.
It's true.
Being very intentional.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And you start being intentional by simply calling Marion this morning, okay? Start that conversation, my dear listener. Start with Malindi if you don't have a lot of cash, all right? We are talking about 150,000 Kenya shillings. And Marion has said that she has a very flexible payment plan in store for you of up to 6 months, okay? That is how beautiful this is, my dear listener. Nowadays, owning a piece of land is seamless through companies like Hopevine Realtors, my dear listener. Marion has already done the donkey work, okay? She has already done the donkey work, clearing, okay? Surveying the land, ameweka beacon, okay? Wewe ni kuenda kujenga or do whatever you want to do on the piece of land, all right? The title deed is already waiting for you, okay? Some of us never knew the process of if we want a title deed of a land, we never knew the process, okay? But here, you've already done the process yourself. And you're saying that you have already title deed waiting for us, okay? Look at Syokimau. Syokimau, we are talking about 2.4 million, all right? Give it 3 years.
Whoa. And you know already, the people, contemporaries who are selling around us are doing not less than 2.7. It's 3 million, 3.5.
Look at that.
Place.
that in 2026,
Yes.
give it 3 years.
Yes.
Or even next year when you're going to general election.
Elections.
Yes.
4.5 approximately.
Think about it, my dear listener. And the journey begins today, okay? You can be like this man who decided to buy those plots each at 70,000, and right now we are talking about 8 million Kenya shillings, my dear listener. That is how wealth is created, my dear listener. Call Marion 0713 777708. That is the number, 0713 777708. And the beauty is, my dear listener, that Marion is with you every step.
Yeah.
That is the beauty.
Especially for Radio Mini. Listen, I sacrifice, and they can tell you, we go to the site with them.
Look at that.
Yes. I don't delegate, hapana, tunaenda, ati uko lini? Hiyo siku nimeschedule fulani, somebody else, let us go maybe on Tuesday at this time, and yes, we've done it. If it's a house, we'll go with you. Why? Because of the relationship we have with all our Radio Mini listeners.
Wow.
It's beyond just land buying or house buying and selling. It's long-term relationship, not only for you, but also for your children.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Not just for you, but also for your children, my dear listener. Let us set something aside for our children. Just because you began empty, don't leave your children empty.
Empty. Oh. Repeat
Please.
That. Repeat that. Maybe kuna mtu hajasikia. Charles hajasikia hapa.
Charles, just because you inherited nothing, don't allow your children to inherit nothing. Please. This is the opportunity.
It's true.
Okay?
Yes.
Remember, money doesn't have to wait while life happens.
It's true.
Okay?
It's true.
Unajua tu watu najiambia Marion, lugha ya mtaa, maisha itajipa tu.
Imagine hakuna kitu kama hiyo. You find wale wazazi walisema one day now they are 80s.
Imagine.
And if they can tell you the truth, you look at their eyes, you see regrets.
Exactly.
Like, I wish.
That is it.
Wakati watu walikuwa nanunua kamulu, ningeekelea. My grandmother, when she was very young, she bought kamulu, I think around 20K.
Yes.
And alikuja kuuzia the daughter. Because my cousin now, the son to the daughter, alikuwa na nini, anataka kusettle hapa kamulu. Amekuja kumuuzia the daughter at 3 million plus.
Look at that.
Because it's business still. You want a piece of land instead of taking that money. And that's how some communities, they circulate money within themselves.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sisi, because so and so akona kitu taka kwenda nje, yataki kubenefit Bramwell, and also na partner struggle, but they're like, oh, sure, you have land here. Can I buy to settle my mom? Wakanunua hapa, very good place. Amemjengea, very good. Mamake ameretire, she was working with the government, na amemsettle hapa Kamulu. Alinunua 20,000 then. Could you be the same person that in the next 10 years, when we are telling you, together tukiwa na Bramwell hapa na Charles online, takwambia, nunua land Malindi na 150. Then 10 years from now, that same land takwambia nunua na 150 will be 3 million. And you're like, I wish I could have taken 8 plots. That would be how much? 24M?
Exactly.
Yes. Only 10 years from now. Because things, just a nick of time and something changes. What if now the land earmarked for setting up the hospital, just direct opposite our land in Malindi, waamua in the next 3 years or so, we establish your big hospital. Iko hapo. Maybe similar to KU Referral Hospital. And wakwe kunahitajika accommodation, kunahitajika maybe even some commercial places, and maybe those who are around that area, ndio sasa ina shoot zile za, we need a place we can build apartments. Can we get people who own there watuuzie? Usikubali hiyo opportunity useme, jana nilisikianga, no, get hata kama ni moja. If you have 4 children, weke hata kama ni 4. It's only, just call us. Give us that call. We walk with you that journey. It's only a phone call away. Don't look at your pay slip or whatever you have in your hands. Start with it. If it's your Kimau, start with whatever you have. If it's Kikuyu, if it's Matu, if you want to be even Kamulu or Membli, wherever you want to settle, or you have an idea but don't know where you want to settle, we are here to walk a successful journey with you. And that's where we are insisting. Call us, send us a message. You can even do a WhatsApp call, 0713 7777 0713 777708. You can do a WhatsApp message. Those who are listening to us online and you're not within Kenya, just send a WhatsApp, drop our message. And then you can do that WhatsApp call and have a conversation, and you can send a representative here and there.
It is as simple as that. So seamless, my dear listener. And you join other landowners, all right? 0713 777708. That is the number. So as you are thinking through what 2026 has ahead of you, my dear listener, and as you continue thinking through the goals that you've set for yourself, remember this, my dear listener. Your money doesn't have to wait while life happens, okay? You can grow it while you are building and doing the things you love. And that is exactly what Marion is doing here, all right? Purchase a 50 by 100 in Syokimau, okay? You continue with whatever you are doing, if it is biashara, okay? Or if it is your work in the office or wherever you are reporting to, okay? You don't need to put a stop in what you are doing so that you can continue creating something extra. No, okay? So that is why we are telling you that allow your money to build that which you want to build as you do whatever you are doing, okay? All it takes, it's just starting. That is exactly what it takes. Just start. All right, by simply calling Marion 0713 777708. That is 08, yes, that is the number. And begin a journey where your money finally work alongside you.
Actually, you just said something that has made me realize, open up deeper to people I'm working with. On Saturday, as I was going to assist one of our radio HUINI listener to get the land in Kamulu, I parked somewhere for Total Kamulu, just next to Madais. And I found some friends to interact now somewhere else. And they asked me, I have seen your adverts everywhere. And I can use a certain question. It can be so-and-so. Let's have a meeting. You have the money, eh? You are a professional, yes. If you have the money, let me take you. We get land where customers are going. Because maybe I'm going to 15 million or 20 million. We buy that land. I assist him with the whole process of conveyancing. Conveyancing means involving the surveyors for the subdivision, and all that, the whole process, not to subdivide your land. Then Hopevine Realtors, together with all the people we work with, in 3 to 6 months, because he has bought land where people are going, tunamsaidia kurelease hiyo pesa. What does that mean? As he's doing his profession as an architecture, his money is working for him without him having to set up a sales center for real estate.
Exactly.
You get where I'm coming from? That you, Bram, you can be having your 3 million. And I tell you, 3 million, okay. We analyze with you. Can we go to maybe Kikuyu, Ndeia, uko Suswa Road? An acre there, roughly, we can get whole 5 acres at 8 million. We subdivide that land in your name or your maybe another company name that you form. And now, Hopevine Realtors, because we are here to give hope to everyone who comes to us, not only selling our land, we are collaborating. Let us go together. Once we subdivide that land, leave the rest to us. We sell on your behalf, and then you do the signing and all that. There's that person. There's also a group of people like Chamas. You are there as a group of people, and you have saved some money. Make that money count. Buy land, yenye generate income, or yenye ina appreciate that in 1 year or 2 years, we will Hopevine Realtors will still help you sell. And now come up will invest 1.4 million in Kikuyu as a group. In the next 1 year or 2, maybe mnauza na 3 million, 4 million. Has your group not grown? It has grown, the capital base. And I've done that with a group I keep on mentioning, group at USIU, some other group who are working for a certain microfinance, and they're also small businesses here in Kahawesa. I'm working with them. I've worked with groups where that's small money they are contributing. But like kwa bank, wanayekelea kwa shamba. All right? And if this year, I want to give an advice, okay, not an advice, just a suggestion, because we did it last year, and Bram and I congratulated that parent. If your child is graduating this year, if your child is graduating from any college or university, and you want to give them a gift, help us to work with it. Just let us work with you that journey. Nunulia as low as Malindi, 150. Tuanze saa hizi. By the time I graduate tuanze the year, atakona title kwa jina yake. Did you know that, as we said last week, and we've done this ever since I've been real estate, a child can own land, even if they're a minor. So even if they are graduating, whether it's grade 6 or grade 9, or maybe they're turning a year older, gift them, even if it's 3 years, 4 years, give them that land in their name. You'll hold it in their custody. Give that young lady or man who is graduating the university, whether it's TUK or university, and a graduate with a certain degree, whether it's undergraduate or masters or doctorate, sika doctorate ni mtoto, lakini tulisema mtoto ni mtoto. Actually, it's true, by the way, Bram. You could be graduating with a PhD, and your wife or your mom even alisema kumukesi ku give to you kijana wangu hata kama ako 35 ama 40. Wacha nimpatie gift hata kama ni Malindi.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You're still his child or her child. Exactly. For those single moms and single dads, whatever, you're still parents. Give that child a gift, whether a graduate from a PhD or a graduate MBA. Or undergrad. Give them, and we can start that journey. Na si lazima ikuwe ni Malindi. Kuna Matu, kuna Kikuyu, kuna Syokimau, kuna Karen. Ni wapi unataka? Ni Membli. Unaweza wa gift pia Membli. So let us, or even a house or an apartment. There are many apartments coming up around, including Kilimani, Kiledeshwa. It doesn't matter where. The most important thing is that gift, the willingness, and starting that journey. Kindly call us. There's a lot to discuss, but time is limited on air, but it's not limited off air. Let us continue this conversation. You can do WhatsApp message, you can call directly or do WhatsApp. This is phone number, and I'm honored to give you 0713 777708. I repeat, 0713 777708. I want to ask you this question. What is your real estate goal this year? And not just for yourself. For that spouse you really want to support. For that brother or sister who's really struggled somewhere and you want to give them that gift. Tell them, you know what, brother? It may have been tough, but start. Take this land in Matu. Matu is warm. Eka kuku ama mbuzi. Ama Malindi tu, neza kuwa inakaa mbali. But mimi kama dogo yako, I'm giving you this gift. Or mom, dad, you unilelea na uko na chance ya kunipea inheritance. Ocha saa basi nitap your blessing. Take this piece of land, or my son or my daughter, or even yourself.
Right.
Take this number again, 0713 777708.
That is the number, my dear listener. Remember, you have options. Syokimau, 2.4 million. You get yourself a 50 by 100, my dear listener. Kitengela from 850. My dear listener, you started getting that plot that you so much need in Kitengela. Kikuyu from 1.4 million Kenya shillings. And Matu from 350,000 Kenya shillings. And Malindi from 150,000 Kenya shillings, my dear listener. So, the journey starts today. Allow Marion to be your partner, okay, as you look forward to owning that particular land. 0713 777708 is the number. Marion, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Bramwell, I'm really honored. So it's thank you for giving me this chance.
All right.
And thank you to every Oridomini listener, and above all to God and to our MD, Father Gerard.
All right.
May God bless them abundantly.
And you too. My dear listener, don't just hear the millions here and you freak out. Remember, the myth that you need $1 million to start investing has stopped too many from growing 1,000. Allow that thousands that you have to start growing. And how will you do that? By calling Marion 0713 777708. That has been our time. But though the conversation ends here, it continues on the other side with Marion. Get in touch with Marion, book an appointment, let her take you for a site visit. Asanteni sana for those who are still tuned to Radio Mini 88.